I woke up earlier than usual that morning. Maybe it was just habit, or maybe it was something else. Something that pulled me out of sleep before the alarm had a chance to scream. The city was quiet in that rare, fragile way it only gets before sunrise, like it was holding its breath. I made my coffee, the same ritual every morning, the same small comfort. But that day, something felt different. I couldn't name it, couldn't point at it, but it was there. An invisible pulse in the air, something that whispered, "Watch." I stepped out onto the balcony, the steam from my cup curling up like a small ghost. The street below was empty. No cars, no noise. Just that deep, waiting silence. And then, like every other morning for weeks, I saw them. The couple. The boy and the girl who always walked by around this time. Sometimes laughing, sometimes fighting, sometimes silent. They didn't know me, and I didn't know them. But I'd been watching their story unfold one morning at a time. That day, though, something in them had changed. They walked slower, closer. Her smile was smaller, softer. He looked at her like he was finally seeing her after a long time of being blind. They didn't speak much, just small gestures, tiny glances that said everything words never could. I sipped my coffee and watched until they disappeared around the corner. And when they did, I felt it, a strange peace, like the end of a chapter I didn't know I was reading. 2 days passed, no sign of them. The street looked emptier than usual, like it had lost something it didn't know it loved. I told myself it was just coincidence, that they'd show up again soon. But a part of me knew the story had ended. On the third morning, I went down to grab the mail. Bills, ads, the usual stack of printed noise. But among them was a small brown envelope. No stamp, no sender's name, just a few words written in neat, soft handwriting. To the man by the window. For a second, I froze. Was that me? I looked up toward my apartment windows, half expecting to see someone watching. No one. Just sunlight. Just silence. I went back upstairs and sat down, heart racing faster than I wanted to admit. The envelope felt light, almost empty. I tore it open carefully. Inside, there was a folded piece of paper and a photograph. The paper was handwritten, a woman's handwriting, tilted slightly, the kind that makes you imagine someone thoughtful, maybe a little fragile. It said, "We know you've been watching us since the beginning." We never minded. In fact, sometimes it helped. You thought you were just a quiet observer, but you became part of our story. Maybe someday you'll understand why we stood there, why things ended the way they did. Keep your window open. M. I stared at the letter for a long time before I looked at the photograph. And when I finally did, my stomach dropped. It was me, standing on my balcony, holding my cup of coffee, the same spot, the same morning light. The picture was taken from the street, right where they used to stand. I didn't know whether to laugh or feel terrified. When did they take it? Why? And how the hell did they manage to leave it in my mailbox? I turned the photo over, but there was nothing on the back. No clues. Just my own face staring back at me from the paper, somehow both familiar and strange. I sat there for a long time staring at that image. At first it felt invasive, but after a while, it didn't. It felt almost tender. Because the truth hit me then. I hadn't just been watching them. They'd been watching me too. It wasn't just their love story. It was about connection, about how sometimes, even when you don't speak, Even when you're just a quiet stranger behind glass, you still matter to someone's world. The photograph stayed on my desk for days. Every time I looked at it, I felt like they were looking back, grateful, not haunting. Maybe they just wanted to say thank you. Or maybe they wanted me to know that every small act of noticing has meaning. A week went by. The city returned to its rhythm, cars and voices and the constant hum of life. I stood on my balcony again, not to look for them this time, but just to breathe, to see what the world wanted to show me. That morning, I noticed a young woman standing on the same corner they used to walk by. She was laughing into her phone, her hair glowing in the light. I smiled, not because she reminded me of the other girl, but because life was moving again. The street had found new stories to tell. Later that evening, I opened the envelope again. I don't know why. Maybe I just wanted to feel that quiet mystery one more time. As I unfolded the letter, something caught my eye. There was a faint line on the back I hadn't seen before, written in different handwriting, stronger, probably his. Goodbyes aren't always endings. Sometimes they're just doors to somewhere new. I read that line over and over. It felt like a whisper meant not just for me, but for anyone who's ever stood at a window wondering about the lives below. The sun was setting outside, painting everything gold, the kind of light that makes even cracked walls look beautiful. And as I watched it fade, I realized something. Maybe the reason that day felt different wasn't because of what I saw, but because of what was about to change in me. Now, every morning, I still make my coffee, still stand by the same window. The cup warms my hands the same way it always has, but it feels lighter somehow. I don't look for them anymore. Instead, I look at everything. At the old man who feeds pigeons, at the kid who runs late to school, at the woman who carries flowers for no reason. Each of them a story. Each of them a reason to keep the window open. Sometimes when a breeze drifts in, I imagine it carries a whisper from them. Not words exactly, just a feeling. That quiet knowing that even the smallest connections matter. I keep the photograph in a small frame now. When friends come over and ask who took it, I just smile and say, someone who saw me before I saw myself. And when they laugh, I just look back toward the street below, where new faces pass every day. People with their own stories, their own beginnings, their own quiet watchers. Because the truth is, we're all someone's window story. We're all both the watcher and the watched. And every goodbye, no matter how final it feels, is just life opening another window somewhere else. So yeah, I still wake up early. I still make the coffee. And I still open the window. Not to see what's outside, but to remember that every morning brings another story waiting to be noticed.